Hello and welcome to my channel. If you are new, I'm so over the moon that you found me, and if you've been here before, oh my god, you came back. My name is Alonda Carter and I am the recovering Hunbot. I create daily anti-MLM videos which include stories shared with me through my Google form, link to that in the description, examine what Huns are doing on social media, and I also do deep dives into specific MLMs. So if you enjoy anti-MLM content, then you might want to consider subscribing. Today's video is going to be a bit about the Advocare ruling because there was some buzz around, around the world, so to speak, about it. What I'm going to say about it may run counter to what you've heard. So if this sounds like something you want to hear more about, then grab some coffee, grab some tea, get a snack. It's Sunday, at least while this is being recorded, and let's just go ahead and get to it. There's been a lot of buzz in this past week about the recent FTC ruling against Advocare. I've seen countless posts in different anti-MLM groups, basically, kind of like thinking, okay, we're winning, so to speak. People seem to have this impression that this is a huge blow to the MLM industry. And I'm saying it's not. So what I'm going to do in this video is share with you what Advocare says about the ruling, share with you who is endorsing Advocare, provide the published background on the top 2 distributors who are named in the suit, and also give you my thoughts as to what other MLMs are going to do in response to this. Okay, this is on Advocare's website in there. I think it's called the news section. Anyway, and it was updated on October the 2nd of 2019. Advocare wishes to correct statements made by the FTC in their news conference in Dallas, Texas on October 2nd, 2019. The FTC incorrectly stated in the press conference that Advocare had admitted to operating as a pyramid. This is categorically false. Advocare forcefully rebutted this charge in its discussions with the FTC. To this day, Advocare denies it operated as a pyramid. Additionally, the FTC incorrectly stated that Advocare is considering additional sales channels such as GNC, Walmart, or others. This is absolutely not true. We are not considering retail channels and remain committed to our distributors and customers. Today, Advocare International LP Advocare finalized an agreement with the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, resolving the agency's multi-year inquiry into the structure of the company's direct sale business model. While Advocare fully cooperated with the FTC during their investigation, we are not in agreement with the agency's conclusions. We strongly disagree with the FTC allegations, but we are committed to abiding by their agreement and moving forward. The strength of Advocare is and always has been our highly valued health and wellness products, which remain in great demand by our hundreds of thousands of loyal customers, says Advocare CEO Patrick Wright. We will continue to stand behind our distributors, employees, and customers and uphold our values of integrity and transparency as we have for over 25 years. Advocare has always endeavored to remain compliant with FTC regulations, and we will continue to comply with the law. As part of that commitment, the company revised our business model earlier this year from a multi-level marketing model to a single-level compensation plan. Since making that change, our sales remain strong, and we continue to invest in new products and work with our distributors to provide the best possible customer experience. Also, the FTC repeatedly stated in their press conference that they are not challenging our products. Advocare provides premier health and wellness products to help customers live a healthier and more nutritionally balanced lifestyle. We remain steadfastly committed to the ethical business practices on which the company was founded. For more information about our products, please visit our website. As you can see, Advocare takes absolutely no responsibility. They say they are committed to ethical practices, but the entire business model that they have been operating under, MLM, is anything but ethical. Not only that, this raises concern for me because they're saying There are these loyal customers, these people who want the Advocare products. That customer base was created based on the distributorship, on the people who signed up. It's not that, oh, there's all these people walking around the streets thinking, gee, I want me some Advocare. That's not the case. My concern about this is that distributors now who can quote unquote make a profit from purchasing the products and then reselling them, that it may end up being something kind of like how with Herbalife that they have created these like little shake shops, that something like that may pop up. And again, there is not the demand for these products, so they're falsely saying that they are. But let's go ahead and look at something else that I also find problematic, and that's the endorsers. Okay, I'm going to read to you this little bitty fine print. Endorsers receive free product in exchange for their endorsement and are compensated for their time and appearances. So you see, this endorsement, it's built on falsehood. It's not like these people tried the product, were like, this is really good and I'm just going to tell people about it. They're being paid. They're being given the product. We don't even know if they're using the product, okay? Now, this person who is on the national team and Utah Defender, whatever that is, Becky, can't say the last name. I'm always trying to reach the next level in my sport. In order to do that, my body needs to be able to recover from workouts and matches. Advocare offers a selection of products that I feel help me recover and stay sharper on the field. Okay, so that's one person who endorses it. Now let's look at the others who are also athletes. Advocare is perfect for athletes who are trying to train and compete at their highest level, and that is Jason Witten, a Dallas tight end. I've been using Advocare supplements for a few years now, and I feel like they help me recover from training sessions. Who doesn't like the taste of an Advocare Spark to wake up in the morning? Rich Froning, 8-time CrossFit Games champion. And then lastly, Advocare products help me to perform at an optimum level. Kelly Larson, professional beach volleyball player. These are 4 individuals paid to endorse their product. And what concerns me is that on the stories that I collect through my Google form, I gather those, and time again, each person who's sharing their story with me, the former distributors, say that, when their product, their MLM products, were endorsed by celebrities, athletes, and politicians, that made them think that, oh, everything is legit. So just by seeing that people are endorsing these products, that doesn't mean that everything's on the up and up. This is part of the overall narrative that continues to be perpetuated by companies like Advocare, like Beachbody, like Unique, like LuLaRoe. All of them tend to perpetuate the same kind of thing, like, look, people are really getting results. People really love our products. And again, people are not running around, can't wait to get their hands on some Advocare. That just isn't the case. They're trying to make it seem like it is. The top 2 people who were with Advocare, and I believe still are, at least according to their LinkedIn profile, they are Diane and Diane McDaniel. This comes straight from their website. So the truth might be a little bit, off. I don't know, but this is what it says. Danny and Diane are both entrepreneurs who have had remarkable success in the world of business over the last 21 years. They have a long track record in the area of leadership development and providing mental training for people in the world of sports, business, and ministry. Danny, a 3rd-generation high school head football coach, has lived a life revolved around sports. He has been part of state finalist teams in high school, as well as a 14-1 team in his 1 year as a collegiate assistant. He has been utilized frequently to train coaching staffs and players in the areas of winning in sports and developing the championship mindset. Diane has an extensive background in retail management and real estate. She has always had an incredible drive for entrepreneurial endeavors, and their direct sales career has been a direct reflection of that passion. They are also lead pastors of a life-giving multicultural church in Louisville, Texas, called Bethel Dallas Church. Since it began in 2011, Bethel Dallas Church has been a place of transformation, life change, and a launch pad for leaders into the ministry and marketplace. They currently have 2 sons, 1 daughter-in-law, and 2 granddaughters. Danny and Diane reside in the heart of Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area. Now, to me, what is the most problematic about these two is their association with a church. And the reason I find that to be disturbing is, guess what? You have a legion of people there that once they know, like, and trust you, guess what? They're going to do what you say. So I find that problematic. And I am just kind of having a feeling that they were able to grow their distributorship through the church. That's just a thought, and probably also through Danny's connections in the sports area. You know, they've had connections of some sort of network, if you will. I looked them up on LinkedIn, and here you go. And again, we have both of them saying, you know, like, he says that he's an independent distributor with Advocare, but she is entrepreneurial leadership and health consultant for Advocare. I have no idea what that is. That makes absolutely no sense to me. But for them having this huge network and having done so well in Advocare, it seems very strange to me that they don't have much more on their profiles. I always find that very telling and interesting to me, that people who are associated higher up in these MLMs, and even though Advocare is not an MLM right now, it's just a single thing, I'm still lumping it in there, find it so interesting that there's just so little about them on LinkedIn. So I looked at Advocare on LinkedIn, and we see that it says over 12,000 people are employees. But that's not really the case, because not everybody works at corporate. Remember, all of these companies, every MLM and Advocare, they're corporations. You know, they're corporations. So this also disturbs me. It says 15 people from my school were hired. I mean, it's like, okay, I don't know which school that is, but it's like, oh goodness. People that somehow I'm associated with are associated with Advocare. So then I wanted to look at, well, who are these people that are saying that, you know, they work for Advocare, because you can pull that up. And so I did. And I'm not hiding anyone, because they have it, you know, front and center. It's all on LinkedIn. You can go look up this stuff yourself. But what I find interesting is that the various fields represented, I'm not going to, you know, mention all of them, but you know, there's IT, there's HR because of recruitment, operations, and education. So you can see these people, by and by, they're well-educated people, you know. These are people who have full-time jobs who are Advocare distributors. If you watched video 22 of mine, which is all about the Sheffield Group, it's a company that teaches you how to create your very own MLM. And I pulled this from their website, because here's my thought. Anyone who has mastered recruiting and leaves Advocare or any other MLM, because I've seen this happen time and time again, they'll just land at a different MLM. And when new MLMs are being built, guess what? They look for people who can recruit. So they're going to find those people, you know. Those who work at the corporate office of Advocare will just move to a different MLM, because I mean, you know, you can just, if you've watched my videos and I show you how these people have relationships to other MLMs of where they've worked, that will just happen. Advocare, the owners of Advocare, no doubt, would probably just become consultants somewhere, you know? I mean, if the company like were to fold. So this is what is said about distributor recruitment by the Sheffield Group. Recruitment is the lifeblood of every direct sales, MLM, and party plan company. Right there, this is exactly what we in the anti-MLM community fight against, and they are saying it. It's the lifeblood. Everything revolves around recruitment. We can accelerate your initial recruitment with our proprietary presidential founder candidate program. Experience has shown that the early acquisition of strong distributors can be a make or break issue for a young direct sales company. Your ability to succeed in direct proportion to your ability to recruit effectively and retain your distributors. Boom, right there. The point of recruiting is not merely to attract large numbers of excited individuals into your company. It is to find and establish a team of leaders who have experience and know how to quickly build a robust organization. Some companies mistakenly tackle the problem by enrolling one master distributor who stands at the top of every downline. This effectively makes a company a hostage of a single individual, usually an extremely dangerous and costly strategy. The Sheffield approach is to build a team of dozen or so experienced and currently qualified leaders who are the front line to the company and have a proven system to help you do just that. Our Presidential Founders Candidate Program is carefully calibrated to attract highly experienced distributors at the beginning who prove their ability to build again within your company program over a specific period of time. A critical aspect of the PFC program is that your new leaders have to prove their abilities to you. The strongest resume isn't sufficient to award someone the status of presidential founder with its financial rewards and, more important, ongoing prestige. He or she is a candidate until specific benchmarks have been achieved. Sheffield provides a complete program with the necessary documents, systems, and communications to help you accelerate your early growth with a team of proven leaders. Experience has repeatedly shown the extraordinary power of the Presidential Founder Candidate Program. Bada boom, right there what I'm saying. People will move on, especially to somewhere that, like they're creating a whole new MLM. Once you know how to recruit and you're known that you know how to recruit and build, you'll be snatched up. It's as simple as that. This is not like some great big huge, monumental win. All it means is people will be just kind of shuffling around. Something else I want to bring up is just do the math. Today, there's over 500 MLMs. New ones pop up in our country and around the world all the time. Literally like cockroaches. You can't kill MLMs. One closes and another opens. They just won't die. And the thought that this Advocare ruling and everything is going to make people quake in their boots and be fearful, you're just really fooling yourself, in my opinion. So let's say that these 500 companies operating in the U.S. right now employ around 500 people. And I think that's pretty conservative. If overnight these companies, boom, were shut down, then 250,000 people would instantly be unemployed. Now add on to that the various companies that do things to support MLMs, like software companies, trucking companies, manufacturers. I mean, you get the picture. You see, it's like there's many tentacles. It's not just the MLMs. There's so many more. And because there's so many and so vast, shutting down all of them in one swoop would absolutely be devastating to our economy. The way, in my opinion, that you can fight against MLMs is at the grassroots level in the anti-MLM movement, slowly kind of a chokehold, because fewer people are going to be willing to buy into what they're selling. Now, what they may do, because social media, in my opinion, has allowed them to proliferate more rapidly than in the past when they were just kind of like hiding in plain sight and just doing home parties. This may shove them back into doing home parties. It's just, again, cockroaches. They will find a way to survive. But the thing is that the anti-MLM movement, what we can do is build awareness. And that's why it's so important that you share your story. It's one of the main reasons that I collect stories and share them with my audience, is because those stories are important. Remember, the MLM industry has perfected its narrative for many generations. The Direct Sales Association lobbies for MLMs in Washington. They have deep pockets and long arms, and to think that the Advocare ruling will somehow just make them worry, yeah, I don't think so. They will just restructure. For instance, this week, Unique Presenter started promoting a new starter kit that does not require you to provide your social security number, because initially you're just a preferred customer. This will allow them to claim that they have more real customers outside of their presenter network. Only when you sell $600 or more, and this is how it is. It's like, in order to receive a 1099, you have to sell 600. So they're using that as the benchmark. As once somebody sells $600, then they're going to actually be, considered a presenter because, they've sold that amount. But they're, an independent contractor. You're not your own boss. You're not your own boss. You're an independent contractor. This is just a way to sidestep that whole recruiting thing. And other MLMs will do the same. They're going to sidestep the recruiting aspect of the business model. If you enjoy anti-MLM content, I hope you'll consider subscribing, hit that notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. That would be super cool if you did that. I appreciate you spending time with me, and remember, if we want there to be a change, that it's up to us to share our stories and get the word out. If you have an MLM story to share, I encourage you to do so. If you know someone with a story, I encourage them to share it. Use my Google form, and remember, I also invite you to file a report with the FTC, the SEC, and your state authorities. That varies from state to state. For me in Texas, it is the Attorney General, and there is a link from the MLM police that will help you with reporting. You can use that. That's in the description. Most people just want to go into that good night and put the entire experience behind them, but MLMs are counting on that. Just imagine for a moment that each and every single person involved with an MLM started, filing a report, and these governmental agencies started getting these complaints and reports every day on each MLM, Monday through Friday. I think that'd be very powerful and send a very clear message that there is something rotten in Denmark. And remember, change starts now.